Hello, in this video we're going to show you how to set up the Cocos helper for your JavaScript project. First of all, what you want to do is go to the GitHub page for the Cocos helper. Don't need to look here and try and remember it. There'll be a link in the description to it. And then what you want to do is download it as a zip. And then once you're done, I've already got it, just extract it, and you're going to be adding some files from here to your project to set up. First of all, let's actually create a project. So CD, obviously this assumes that Cocos 2DX, Cocos 2DJS, or whatever you're using is already set up. So let's just create a new project, Cocos new tutorial helper JS-P. The package name was sonar.learning.helper.js-L, which is the language, so JavaScript -D, and for that I'm just gonna put it on the desktop. So need to be able to spell stuff correctly. Desktop go, and there's generating right here. As you can see, the desktop is quite messed up, so just bear with me on that. So this is almost generated. Okay, so now that this is generated, what we're going to do is just open up this folder right here. Open up the helper folder. From here, you need to get the Sonar Cocos helper JS folder. Copy that. Go to frameworks, runtime source, classes, paste it into there. Then go into here, and you need to move this Sonar frameworks.js file into the source folder where app.js and resource.js is. The reason you need to do that isn't for iOS, it's actually for Android. So if you know you're just using it for iOS and you're not going to develop for Android, then leave it where it is. But as a prerequisite, if you're developing for Android, just put it here, because otherwise it won't work. And let's be frank, if you're using Cocos, you're most likely going to be developing for the big two, iOS and Android. So once that's done, we're ready to actually open up our project. So just go ahead and open it up in Xcode. And what you'll notice is if you go to resources, the Sonar frameworks.js file is there, but in classes it is not, because this is not a reference, this is just a regular folder. So what we want to do is, it was tutorial helper JS, go to frameworks, runtime source, classes, and drag that onto classes. Make sure your options are selected the way mine are. Click finish. And now there's just a couple of things left to do. You want to go to project.json. Just need to add a new file. So source Sonar frameworks.js, which is this file right here. Actually, something to bear in mind, I'm just going to put a comment. If you do leave the Sonar frameworks.js file within this folder, then this right here has to read like so. You don't put src or anything like that, you just put it like that. But that's only if Sonar frameworks.js isn't moved. So once that is done, the next thing you need to do is go to iOS, appcontroller.h, make the view controller, which is a root view controller, public. And the reason you need to do this is because our helper uses that, and without making it public we can't access it. For some reason in Cocos 2DJS it's not public, in Cocos 2DX it is, don't know why, but just make it public, everything is still a-okay. And that's it in terms of adding everything. So to actually set up, there's only one line of code to run to get it set up, and that is Sonar Cocos helper.ios.setup. And now let's just I need to change this to the right target. Just run it in a simulator, and now let's just run this. It'll compile all our files. It's gonna take a little while to compile it, just bear in mind that is nothing to do with the helper. That's just Cocos. It's gonna take a while to, well, compile everything. So yeah, let's just wait for this to finish. I'm not actually going to edit this bit out or fast forward it or anything like that, and the simple reason is I watch video tutorials myself, and when something goes wrong on my end, it's not working, and I see that the person skipped a little bit or they've trimmed it out or something like that, it's always in my mind, have they done something during that bit that the person who made the video didn't see obvious to mention, but it was something that I missed? And sometimes that has been the case. Most of the time it isn't, so generally I like to just leave my videos generally unedited in terms of skipping stuff out, but again, that's just me. So during this bit while we're compiling, it's probably just gonna be me rambling on and on. I'm just gonna have some water, so if you hear slurping noises, that's just me having some H2O. Actually, you know what? What I'm going to do, what this is doing now, I'm just going to show you something that I was going to show you afterwards. So, if you just go to sonarframeworks.js, you don't actually need to deal with any of this. But, I mean, as in, you don't need to modify anything in here. But if you want a quick overview of the sort of functions that are available, just go into here. So we've got Google Play Services, it has a sign out method, sign in method, and obviously this just lists all the different frameworks that are implemented. There is a plethora of frameworks for Google Play Services, Facebook, Twitter, AdMob, Mopub, iAds, RevMob, Chartboost, Game Center, Google Analytics, AdColony, Vongo, and what more are coming on a regular basis with, well, a UI plugin coming very soon as well, which we're really excited about. So just check that out if you just want a bit more information about the different methods. So let's just go back to app.js. Nothing more to show. In the Sonar Cocos helper, there really isn't anything that you'll be dealing with apart from the sch settings.h file. In here, you'll enable any frameworks that you want to use. So let's say I want to use Chartboost for displaying ads, interstitial ads. You would enable this, so set that to true. Add any corresponding frameworks which are listed conveniently next to it. For something like AdColony, it even tells you need to add some linker flags. And then below it, any IDs that are specific to a particular framework. What you don't have to do is start diving into Objective-C code and all that sort of stuff, which you generally don't want to be touching unnecessarily, and trying to create bridges between the JavaScript to C++ to Objective-C and so forth. You can just use it using, well, JavaScript code like so. And what I'm also going to show you, I'm not going to run this, but if I were to just show you how an example method might work. So if I want to show an AdMob ad banner once I've set up AdMob, you would simply do this. And that's it. That's all you would do. You wouldn't have to start going and doing AdMob code in here and creating the bridge. That's the purpose of the helper. I've rambled on enough. It's just about to finish. I actually hope it works because I've been rambling on and I don't want to have to compile it again. But actually, for the most part, it'll probably just compile quickly because it'll only be compiling 1 or 2 files. Come on, there's literally just a little bit left. This is gonna finish really quick. There we go. Just let this run, make sure there's no errors in the log, and if there isn't, we'll be all set up. Okay, that is a problem. So we have some errors. Main.js. No, that's weird. Main.js. Hello world scene. Possibility missing file. That's like really weird. Okay, I'm actually just gonna comment this line out for a moment. Okay, so it's nothing to do with that. So just bear with me. Let's just go back to project.json, make sure what I did here is a-okay. So src/sonar frameworks.js should be able to put a comment in here, but let's see what happens if I remove that. Okay, yes, that is totally weird. For some reason I can't put a comment in here in the .json file. Actually, there'll be a different method for putting comments in. Okay, my bad. So just bear in mind, if you do want to just leave this file in here, just make sure you don't have the src/. But apart from that, it is all set up. Sorry about that little mishap. That was just my bad in terms of commenting. Nothing to do with the helper. If you have any questions, feel free to message us on sonarlearning.co.uk/question.php. Just post them on the forums. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.